www.seancardavillis.co.ke.
Italian athletics agent Federico Rosa was yesterday formally charged with 6 counts related to doping and ruining the reputation of 2 Kenyan athletes. Rosa is a director with athletics management company Gabriele Rosa and Associati and is the first international sports agent to be charged under Kenya's new anti-doping laws. World 1500 meters champion Asmel Kiprop is a client of Rosa.
Having this thing happening when my own manager is being accused, when I know, okay, if there was someone who was special in that management at the moment is myself, I would have known in and out of the management. If there was doping, they would have given me fast, because many times I've attempted to run the world record, I'm not getting it. If there was a doping case inside there, they would have given me to break that world record. As much as I'm concerned, I am against the doping. I will stand against the doping. I will stand for run clean forever, because our sport, it is a measure about human ability. It's not about cheating and cheating to the audience and cheating to the fans and even to the young kids who are looking after us.
America's Phil Mickelson carded a 63th, the joint lowest round in major history, to lead on 8 under after day 1 of the Open at Royal Troon. The 2013 champion said he played one of the best rounds of his life, but felt like crying after missing a 15-foot birdie putt on the 18th for a 62. Here's BBC Sport with more details.
Light shadow being cast by him, and his ball rolling for history for Phil Mickelson. No! It catches the edge of the hole and it stays out.
Phil Mickelson was left cursing the golfing gods despite an imperious round on a golden day. His birdie putt on the last for the first 62 in major championship history rimmed the hole. Wow, that stings, he admitted. And yet the 2013 champion enjoys a 3-shot lead from fellow American Patrick Reed and the German Martin Keimer. There are 8 Americans in the top 11, and a number of former champions have plenty of work to do. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy on 2 under is 6 behind. South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen is 8 behind despite a hole-in-one at the 14th, as are Ernie Els and the US Open champion Dustin Johnson.
Kenyan-born Brit Chris Froome was forced to run without a bike following a crash with a motorbike on one of the most iconic climbs of the Tour de France. Froome crashed with Richie Porte and Bauke Mollema just over 1 kilometer from the finish on Mont Ventoux, and the defending champion was overtaken by rivals Adam Yates and Nairo Quintana in the melee, but race organisers ruled Froome should retain the overall lead. Here's BBC Sport.
Absurd, impossible, never seen before. Chris Froome losing the yellow jersey on Mont Ventoux because of some sort of incident. Shakes his head, can't believe it. He's had to run all the way to the line towards the top. Finally gets a bike at 300 metres to go. What has happened? Speechless, unthinkable, unbelievable, farcical. Spectators on the road towards the end of the 12th stage of the Tour de France caused a television motorbike to stop and 3 riders to crash into the back of it. One of those involved was race leader Chris Froome. Unable to use the spare bike provided, panic set in and he began to run, finding a team bike seconds later. Upon crossing the line at Mont Ventoux Chalet Renard, he looked to have lost the race lead to Adam Yates. An hour later, however, the commissaires neutralised the result and Froome keeps the race lead. The British rider was given the same time as Dutchman Bauke Mollema, as the organisers seemed to take some of the blame for what had happened. The stage, by the way, was won by Belgian rider Tom de Gendt.
Now, a magnificent century from captain Misbah-ul-Haq put Pakistan in a strong position in the first test before a late England counter-attack on an attritional first day. The 42-year-old Misbah had never before played a test at Lord's, but his unbeaten 110 appeared to have steered his side to a strong position, but 2 late wickets from Chris Woakes to add to a pair he took before lunch gave England hope after they had lost the toss and toiled in the field, 282 for 6 at the close.
Sean Cardavillis, the voice of sport.